Hi my friends, so here we are. This is the 10 panel drug test result form. Okay, so people that are gonna use this form, it's for clinics, health clinics, and all for educational sites. All right, even that they didn't start applying yet for to be a peace educational site, that's okay. As soon as you have a lot of land, it's not squished in the middle of a bunch of buildings. That's important. You need to have land to plant. Otherwise, you're going to lose the opportunity, and people that apply, those 10 department directors, cannot apply for other positions. So because they are supposed to check if they have land on the position they're assuming, right? They're going to be owners of that location. They have to make sure it's land, enough land according to where you live, because you don't have that chart yet. But you live there, you have an idea of how much land you need to have food, including some fruit trees, okay? Because everybody like fruit trees as well. All right, if you have land, you can apply and do this form. So all educational sites that already have a license, they can go ahead, have the 2 weeks before meetings, and send all their documentation to the nearest university. Afterwards, we're gonna have the proper division, the new counties, the new state, and everything else. But for now, you're gonna go online and check the nearest university to submit your papers with one email with all the documentation asked for all these 20 people, and then after you're gonna send all the documentation with the 10 and with another email with all the 10 winning couples. Okay, all right, so here's the form with all details, and as soon as possible we'll have them at our website. Thank you. Hi my friends. Okay, here we are. So this is the 10 panel urine drug screen results. That's the words you're going to write on your title. So who is going to do that? All educational sites that and university, right, including university, that do have a lot of land to plant food. So if they believe this is good, they can go ahead and do it. Can be preschools, schools, adult education, and universities. If they already have a license, county license, state license, or national license, whichever they have here. Okay, so you're gonna write the educational site you are, here your regular name according to the license you already have. You're not writing peace name yet, because if we already are doing the peace, if we already were approved for everything, you will print the form ready from our organization website. That's not your case yet. All right, so you're gonna write your complete address with zip code and country's name. And then here's the title, 10 panel urine drug screen results. Everything written the same and in bold, okay? You can write uppercase or lowercase. It's a title, so the first letter needs to be uppercase, but the rest you can choose. So you're gonna write in-house drug screen, because clinics can use that too. As soon as your name is on the top, no logos, okay, no logos. We already just writing the name. Here you need to put the license, the name according to the license you have. Some places also have a fictitious name. They have one name for the license and one name for fictitious. So you're gonna write right here, fictitious name. So you write the name or you say none, okay? Because some countries have them and some countries do not authorize them. Okay, so name of the company that sold those containers. Which containers you get? You're gonna write right here the complete name. Purchased on the date. Arrived on the date. How many were purchased? Okay, here. How many were purchased. Okay, so you have this 4 information there to be really clear. Okay, you need to purchase one that have all this list of drugs, licit and illicit drugs, because some of them can be sold in regular pharmacies for sick people. Okay, all right. So if the person brings a clear test, you're gonna repeat only for 4 months. Okay, so that's the first case. The second case, if the person brings a negative test, you're gonna you wait for 6 clear. So at first time the person brings a clear test, and then you start counting 6 months from that day. Okay, does not count any negative tests. You're gonna do 6 clear tests, and these people only 4. Okay, so here's 2 questions. You see I put here two arrows. Don't put arrows, it's just, write them about the same. Is temperature within normal range? So here you're gonna write what is the temperature in Celsius and put yes, no. If you don't have the thermometer for Celsius yet, just go online and make the change very quick. Ask someone for the office, or you can do yourself on a computer or on your cell phone. Here, so it's a statement, a nurse or volunteer. Always will be a nurse, right? When you write nurse, please put the word volunteer on the side, because it can be as well. Statement. So the sentence will be, patient passed in all the above tests. Or you're gonna write with your own handwriting, patient did not pass the tests, and then you're gonna write the name, 1 or 2 or more, that the person did not pass. Even that's already written there, we want to make sure with your own handwriting, not typed, the nurse handwriting or the volunteer handwriting. Because this, we want to avoid any fake things, okay? All right, so, and then you have here the nurse, volunteer, first, last name, signature, date. Patient, first, last name, date of birth, signature, and date. Patient spouse or parent if it's a minor, so up to 22 years old. If they're married, they're married. If they're not married, not married. 22, it can be both. And signature and date. And then you have the last person is the collecting nurse, volunteer, always / volunteer, because can be paid person, can be a volunteer person, because some hospitals do have a clinic. I mean, some universities do have a clinic and some do not have, okay? Volunteers, helper's name, because there's the main person and here's the helper's name, all right? Signature and date, and so you're gonna have a total of 4 names, 4 signatures, and 4 dates. You see here all in red and all in green. At the end you need room for 2 stamps, so you can do them long ways, 1 here and 1 here, okay? Long ways. 1 is to be the official signature for sure, right? I put 2 like that, but I think that doesn't work. Need to be a little long. You just squeeze everything, less room here, so we're gonna fit. 1 can be the office, right? And 1 can be paid or something like that, whichever other one you have. Or even the secretary, if it's a university, a school can put the secretary. Get 2 the best options of stamp. Need 2 different stamps, okay? All right, we're done. In the future, when we have the schools already with the piece name, all educational sites, everyone, then gonna have an embossed stamp. But for now, you're gonna use the one you need. And you're gonna need here on the side, you have space for 2 fingers. Everyone, needs space. A half finger does not need a very long one because it's not needed. okay? But we need 2 fingers, let's say about 4 centimeters, 4 centimeters for each person. Have the padding ready for the people and also for those stamps, okay? All right, so now we're doing really great, and be ready and keep checking every day for the organization website to see if the printed forms are available. Even that you didn't apply yet, but all the information, printed form, okay? All right, thank you so much, and we will see you soon. Okay, so here we are. Please make sure every day in the morning when you arrive, check to see if our website already have those forms so you can print out and have. So never make too many photocopies of the form you are making yourself, okay? Because as soon as we have online, you're gonna print the one from the organization website. All right, see you soon. Thank you. So you need 4 more basic information. They're gonna fit in 2 lines. Okay, the first line, I just put numbers. You're not putting numbers. You're just gonna put objective points. Okay, the first is this one here. Name of container company that you're purchasing them. Complete name here. All right, and then you're gonna write the address on the front. Okay, the second item is purchased on, the date you purchase, online or in person, the date. Arrived on, the date. Okay, date only gonna be the same. This way here as I wrote in green, year, month, day, because countries have different ways, so that's the peace way we're doing in the future. All right, the other thing is transported by whom? Regular mail, by a person that works at that school. Who transported them? And how? So it was by person, the person went and got them in a bag. So you're gonna put here bag. Or the person, it was delivered by mail, by truck, by a van, by a car. How? Okay, how? Just put in front of transported by, gonna put how. And write right here. All right, the last was purchased online or in person. So you're gonna check one of them. All right? You understand? This square didn't fit here, so I didn't put. So you're gonna put one square here and one square right there. In person, and this is square gonna be here, but didn't have room. Okay? All right? Okay, and as I said, keep looking online because I think that's the real best option we have. And just organize them this way, and this last, whichever have more room, you put these last questions online or in person in one of these lines already have. Okay? So just do the best you can. Don't write those too big so you have room for all the other information. All right, thank you. Okay, now it is complete. And if it was a person, put the person's name, okay? And it was transported by the company, transporter company. Write the company's name. Okay, thank you so much. That will be really great. Get organized, get ready, and always make 2 originals for each person. So the whole family needs to do this urine test. For infants, you know, they use diapers. You go online and see how to do it, but they have to do it as well. Okay, you're gonna check how will be done, and it's gonna take a little longer, or the parents, but needs to be on site. Have to find a way. Okay, just look online the ways that can be done, because some parents give medication for their children to come down. All right, So we need to test everyone. That's our first test. We need to check everyone. Okay, all age groups, including elders. Okay, here we are. And make sure you always have 2 originals for each person. Keep one and give one to them. All right, thank you. Staple them all. All the family got their results. Staple results. Keep one on your file. Staple results, the second originals, and give to the parents. All right, we're doing really great. Let's get organized and get it done. Thank you. Okay, one thing I forgot. You know, in front of the person's date of birth, put the age, because that's important for us to have an idea about the age of those children and teens. Okay, so even that you have the birth for us to be clear. Now I'm going to explain how you're going to take urine test from infants and toddlers, okay? So there's some ways online, and when our website is ready, you're gonna see you have to test them as well. So in some countries, parents use a lot of regular cotton diapers, and in some other countries, they use synthetic diapers. So what you're going to do, you're going to ask them to bring a very clean cotton diapers only. Okay, so that's what the babies need to put on. They have to arrive with wet diapers. Or from the night, if you're going really early, keep them a little bit wet. You change after the urine test, okay? Okay, now I'm going to tell you how you're going to do the urine test for infants and toddlers up to 3 years old. Okay, even 4 years old can do that. All right, so you did all the adults on this bathroom that I already explained, you know, everything really organized, the toilet, you have cameras at the sink, because, you know, have sanitizers so they cannot turn on the sink. All right, so all the older children, teens, adults, and elders already gave their samples, you know, paperwork is already going. For every family that has infants up to, I think, 4 years old, right? Infants to 4 years old, they go to another location, okay? Another location. That can be a very large large bathroom, right? Plenty of room. Or can be also you know, these common rooms, bathrooms, that the corridor or the sink area is large. But you're gonna use just for those parents, males with their boys and the moms with their girls. Okay, all right. So you're gonna have 4 seats. 4 seats is plenty. So for example, that family has 2 little ones, they're gonna sit on those chairs while you disinfect 2 other ones with alcohol and wait. You have to be with them at all times. So we have no chances for the moms to get their own urine and add water from that bathroom or anything like that. We already talked about that. So you are present. 1, it's talking to the mom, saying a few words, right? Or looking the mom talking to their own children. It's only one own family at the time that goes to this big regular bathroom. So if they are getting that appointment online, you have everything clearly written, you know, in objective points, so the parents can see. If they're calling to make the appointments, make sure they write it down so they won't forget. All right, so the procedures, everything else at the bathroom gonna be the same from 0 to 4 years old, okay? Will be the same. They are in this other bathroom because the small bathroom will be in a hurry. for older children and teens, parents and elders. So you go to this other location, probably other volunteers gonna be doing only those babies and toddlers. All right, and young children. Okay, up to 4 years old I think is reasonable. All right, so you have 4 seats for males, and on the other bathroom we have 4 seats for females. All right. While their parents talk to their children, and they try to pee there, and they can do as soon as they arrive because they're going to drink a lot at home. You are ready. When they arrive, you're already going to give them this that I'm telling you, because we don't want parents might wash their diapers with strong clothes detergent, some other ones doesn't, some other ones might use synthetic diapers still, they didn't have the other, so on. As soon as those families arrive at the clinic or the school or the university, you're gonna put them a plastic, a long plastic, transparent plastic, cut plastic, so you can cut about 20 by 20 more or less. Okay, so it's really protected. Okay, on this inner part you're going to put gauze. I think gauze is the best, a cotton sterilized gauze. Okay, so as soon as they arrive, make sure, another thing to tell the parents is to give plenty of water, and they have to come with clean diapers because you're not squeezing diapers from home. Okay, all right, so as soon as they arrive, you put this plastic, because infants can use those that have diapers instead of sitting on those seats I just told you a little bit before. You can get the gauze from those that use diapers. All right, so you put them there while you keep checking. Everyone is always together, right? The whole family is always together. So while you do their parents, their teens, and grandparents, those infants and maybe 2 years old that still use diapers, they're gonna pee on this gauze. So the gauze will be at the center by the ureter or by the boy's penis, right? Okay, so you have this big, large plastic right there. Okay, it's gonna be tight because after that you're gonna put the diaper on the top. Okay, all right, so you're safe. The gauze needs to be sterilized, clean gauze. All right, you can purchase a roll, and you can cut in small pieces, with scissors that was disinfected with alcohol, rubbing alcohol. And so when you cut that, you have to make sure the scissors disinfected, you have clean gloves, so you can still use the same gloves for some of these things. Like this one can be that strong yellow glove if you rub alcohol, before you do it, and at the end of the day, before you do these things, and at the end of the day. The surface, the counter, you're using also need to be disinfected with rubbing alcohol. And you're gonna put inside a Ziploc bag all these small pieces in a Ziploc bag that is also clean, new and clean. Okay, so you're gonna put many in there, whichever you think can fit, depending how big is your Ziploc bag, can be 100 or so. The size of the gauze will be 10 by 20. You're gonna fold so they're double. You're gonna be easier to squeeze this gauze, okay? So when everyone done, for example, they have older children, you're gonna do everyone first. All right, so you're gonna check, is that wet? The mother gonna open that diaper in front of you, cannot be beside or hidden, in front of you, the person that is doing this infant and toddler test. It's wet, it's wet. If it's not wet, give more water to that baby and wait a bit more. They can go back to the waiting room. You need someone to be checking that couple all the time. They cannot leave that waiting room area. All right, they cannot go out, siblings cannot go out, nobody can go out until this baby pees and you have that test. All right, the baby pee, you take the gauze out, you take this plastic out, right? You have that yellow strong glove so you can use over and over, right? So you're going to squeeze that gauze into this container. The regular containers for everyone is the same, even for infants. You cannot reuse any containers for this reason. All right, so that's your result. The babies have that result. For infants, toddlers until 3 years old, you have to put the months. So the baby, the toddler is 2 years old and 4 months, or 2 years old and 8 months, okay? Only when they are 4 years old and older, you don't need to do this anymore. Then you're gonna put 4, 5, or 6, then doesn't need. Why? Because for the doctors that gonna be seeing this after, for anyone else, they're gonna have clear idea of that baby and toddler age, all right? So only when they're 4 years old and above, they don't need to put months anymore. For drugs and for other things as well, okay? All right, you're doing really great. Okay, so this gauze cannot be reused for anyone, okay? So you're just gonna rinse. You can put even bleach or something, you know, you can use for other things afterwards, but cannot be reused for this. You can only use clean. So in the future, you can cut and use for composting or something else, okay? All right, I think it's really good because it's important for us to do infants and toddlers as well. Because some parents smoke inside the house or close to them, even that are outside, or some parents might be giving them fever reducers to make them calm down or make them sleep. It's crazy. Yeah, some parents might be giving them medicines for ADD, ADHD. All right? Okay. And basically is that. For all women 12 years old and older, with this same urine test, you already do the pregnancy test. The pregnancy test and any other test that's available, okay, that you can do in urine. You know, because it's good, because if the result of the blood came in one way, the urine test for these other diseases came differently, you're gonna see something's not right, or at the lab or at the clinic, something's not right, okay? All right? So in the future, you can only purchase those urine containers from the organization, but for now, you're gonna use what's available at Amazon, you know, these online companies. You can purchase really in bulk and a lot, okay? All right, great. You cannot reuse this plastic for these reasons as well, because you want to make sure these results are 100% secure. So those pieces of plastic, that transparent plastic, that you need to be transparent because you're gonna see if the gauze is wet or not. Gonna be easier. So it needs to be real transparent, not that halfway transparent. It need to be 100% transparent. Okay. All right, so doing really great. Just wash them properly, disinfect them, but you have to dispose them. You cannot reuse them, okay? So let me just explain a few more things. You're gonna have 2 bins. The person that's doing the infants and toddlers is gonna have 2 bins and a sink close by, right, on that bathroom. Okay, you cannot ever leave those bins by itself. So one sink, usually they have 2 sinks or more, right, on those common bathrooms, that on these days gonna be used just for this reason. So the parents gonna be with their own infant a little far away from you, right, on a corridor, a little bit far away. By the sink, it's your working area. Okay, so when you get this gauze. You're gonna squeeze into the container, the plastic container. Get some pee of the baby in, toddler there. All right, you squeeze. You already go to the sink and rinse many times, okay? And put in one of the bins. And then you get the piece of plastic, because everything's already on that sink, right? Get the piece of plastic, rinse well, both sides, rinse, and put on the other bin. And then you're gonna see how you're going to disinfect them, okay? All right? To avoid mosquitoes and everything, you can have a little vinegar on these both containers with some water, okay? So when you come with your glove, you have that yellow glove, right? You push them down a little bit, okay? All right, just a little bit, maybe 10 centimeters of some water with vinegar. Then later you can disinfect with proper bleach before you bring the gauze cut in pieces to the garden, composting, and the plastic, you're gonna bring to recycle or send to trash, whichever you have pick up there, okay? All right. We are not reusing the gauze and the plastic for us to make sure, because if we really disinfect, we're gonna need bleach. We're not doing that because bleach, if they leave any residue, the results can vary and not real results. So we're not using none of those. You can wash them or bleach them after, but to use in a composter, okay? All right, and the plastic you send to the trash of your city or someplace cannot be reused as well. Okay, so now some procedures for these babies. And if you have your yellow glove and your spouse is the one with the results and the results, checking the results and so on, writing down. So one gonna have the yellow gloves all the time, and the other spouse have only the pen and the clipboard all the time. Those 2 hours until you have a break, or for the whole morning or for the whole afternoon, whichever it is, okay? But you can change positions when you have that 10 or 20 minutes break in the middle of the morning, in the middle of the afternoon, okay? All right. Okay. I said earlier you're gonna have one bathroom for males, one for females. That's wrong. Here's an improvement. They're babies, so it doesn't matter. Or the mother comes in, because usually mother are closer to babies, so the mother can talk to them, the babies and toddlers. The father is outside with their teens and children that cannot be alone. Okay, so the mother comes in with the infant and toddler. The father stay right outside the bathroom. We have some 10 chairs there for this family waiting, with their teens, older children, grandparents. Okay. If it's a real busy time, you have many families, you can use 2 bathrooms. But always gonna be the mother going inside and the volunteer couple. One with the yellow gloves and one with the clipboard and the blue pen. I forgot to tell you that form is the blue pen only to be filling out all these places, not black pen, okay? You're gonna do 2 originals. Everything needs to be with blue pen. Okay, so that mother comes in. When you already have those 2 seats, this bathroom needs a fan, so those seats that you're gonna be rubbing alcohol gonna be disinfected really fast, all right, and evaporates and won't hurt you. You can use masks all the time, both of you, the volunteer couple use mask, because you don't know if these people were already tested for their lung disease or for anything else. Also for this alcohol, rubbing alcohol, you're gonna use a lot, so you don't inhale those things, okay? So make sure you use your mask all the time. All right, so you already got the sample, you already squeezed the gauze, took the plastic, rinsed both of them. You have 2 bins right there with a little bit under the sink, right? You have to rinse them well. instead of having a vinegar, let me do improvement. You put a drop of soap, wash the gauze, squeeze, put away in one bin. Rinse the plastic with a drop of soap, like washing, and put away. Then you're gonna wash your own hands. You can turn on and off the sink. Your spouse can do for you, or you can do with your arm. You cannot use your yellow gloves with your hand, to open and close them. All right, gonna be easier this way. All right, so you wash your hands first with what? A drop of soap, right? Rub, rub, rub. Let's say 30 times, I think is reasonable. So you wash, 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 back and forth, back and forth. And then your spouse gonna give you sanitizing gel. I think is better because you don't want to corrode that glove, okay? And we are not using 500 gloves, one for each person. We're not doing that, okay? So you wash with soap and water. Just check the material because might be okay to use rubbing alcohol. They won't deteriorate, or the sanitizer. So just check which one you can use. Rub, rub, rub really well. Okay, you're ready for the next patient. These doors can stay open at all times, okay? Put a big sand bag or something, or a plastic block door holder. Yeah, a plastic door holder can be another option. Yeah, no sand because sand will be a fabric and then gonna get germs. Just get a holder, leave this door always open. So I think it's great. So the babies also have fresh air and you're done. If the babies are really too little, gonna be, you will have at the wall, you have to purchase ahead if you don't have it, the diaper change, right, station. Or a counter, you can block one of those sinks, or you can get the diaper change station, whichever is easier for you, because some people might have a long, if you have like 4 sinks, easily you can block, one of the sinks all the way to the end, and put a board there, right? A plastic board or Formica board, right? Okay, you lock that sink register, the water register, you're sure that water, if a baby might touch it, don't want water all over, okay? And it's forbidden to use any cotton towel to dry your hands. You're going to dry your hands after washing. You're going to dry your hands with paper towel, the same as that mother and that baby. The mother going to wash that baby hand because the baby might put their hands on a wall or in a seat or anywhere. Both of them also wash their hands before they leave. The bathroom door going to be open all the time. Okay, will be open all the time, and so they are good to go. All right, so that door stays open for sure. So this nobody gonna be breathing this alcohol, rubbing alcohol. The seats, the infants and toddler seats, they have some adjustment for boys and for girls. When you putting rubbing alcohol on them, you're going to do it with toilet paper because the paper towel is too thick, too big, it will be a waste, you don't need. So you get a little bit, you fold a little bit of toilet paper, put the alcohol there, right, a little bit, and after washing, of course, first you dump the pee, right, for the toddlers, you dump the pee, and then you put a drop of soap. Okay, so let me repeat. For the toddlers, all right, they already pee. You already dump that pee on a cup, all right? The mothers already wash their hands and they leave. All right, your spouses had the clipboard, already put the results and done. Your spouse does not touch the container or anything that needs to be washing hands all the time. You're the one, you with the yellow gloves are the one that are touching everything. And your spouse is dealing with talking to people, putting results on paper with that blue pen so they don't have to wash their hands as well all the time. Okay, and checking already who is the next and things like that. And who has diapers and who gonna sit on that seat, the toddler seat. Okay, so you're done with that. When you, after pouring the pee from the seat, the toddler seat into the container, you dump the rest, right? If it's too much, no, it won't be too much, but and then you put a drop. You can wash at the sink, the same sink, you can do that. So put a drop of soap, rinse, 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 dump. Try again, put a drop of soap, roll it, roll the water, roll, or even with your yellow gloves, that's fine, because you're always going to disinfect after each family, right? Okay, and dump. Okay, done. All right, so you're going to dry first with a toilet paper, put away on this basket, right? The trash basket. The plastic is trash. All right. And then you get another one, the seat is already dry, so you get a little piece of toilet paper, pour a little bit of alcohol and rub outside first, because it's going to be less germs, right? Outside all around first. Lift that seat, because some have a little a part that goes up and down and some doesn't. If you find one that doesn't, it will be even better. All right. So, and then you disinfect inside. If you believe that's not 100%, get another piece of toilet and do the same procedure with alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Leave on a side, because you already have two clean there. Your spouse can do that because it's clean material. Your spouse can be doing that. So while you disinfect, the spouse put another 2 seats on the floor for the following 2 toddlers or so. Okay? All right. So, and then you leave the baby for last. The toddler go back with the father. The father is right outside with the whole family right outside on those 10 chairs for people waiting. So you have one set of people waiting. You can even have another set of 10 chairs or 14 chairs for another family. So you always have 2 families. The one you're doing right now and the one that's going to be the following family. Okay, so yeah, that's the best. So always have 14 chairs, about 14 chairs separately. Okay, so you're sure which family is who. All right, one that is doing the procedure, the babies and infant, the other one is the following family. Okay, doing great. All right, so the next 2 clean chairs are close, maybe a meter apart or so, right? Because maybe the family just have one person. Maybe the family has 2 toddlers. So about a meter away from each other is fine. So you that have the yellow gloves in your hand already disinfecting the ones that were used. All right, so the toddler go with the father outside, the whole family. They're waiting. Now you're going to check that infant. So you clean your hands, you disinfect your hand, you deal with the infant that I already explained how to do it. That mother lives with the infant. So you get that gauze, you're going to wash the gauze, you're going to wash the plastic, the little plastic piece with drops of soap, wash, put on this little container right under the sink where you're going to be all the time. They never have access to this little trash place, okay? All right, 2 containers, one with the cotton and one with the plastics and toilet paper. Okay, done, right? Yeah, the toilet paper is not that dirty, so it can go with the gauze. Sorry, no, cannot go with the gauze because the gauze was not cut yet. Just leave the plastic. Okay, you're doing great. So you disinfect your hand. Everything's 100% ready. Okay. All right. Then you do the following family. All right. Okay. While you wash your hands, you that have the yellow glove, the long rubber reusable yellow glove, Your spouse can already be bringing the new mother, right, with that new baby, new toddler. All right. The infant, that's the real last, can stay with the father outside for those few minutes. Okay, so the infants will be there, the father right outside this bathroom. Okay, so while your spouse, is guiding the new mother and tell where the toddler needs to sit, the mother will already put the toddler sitting there, right? There's no baby this first time. Okay, the toddler go to the father, then the mother bring the infant, they check their diapers. Not ready yet, wait a little bit more. Okay? Or you can do the other way around. But the main thing is for this toddler, don't pee on their pants, so it's good. So if the toddler, if the mother thinks the toddler is ready, the toddler can go first before the whole family, because some do not have diapers. You don't want them to be waiting too much and peeing their diapers, because some toddlers still, I think that's the most reasonable. So before the whole family have the test, do that toddler and put the infant plastic and gauze on. On the same bathroom, because that's quick procedure. They go to the other bathroom to check the children teens. Okay, that need to be a bathroom close by. Or, you can do in a room that's close by, because they don't really, but you need a sink. Oh, goodness. Okay, so if you have a sink outside that bathroom, that works. The toddler and the infant can be made, taken care on a room beside the family bathroom. Okay? All right. So, the toddler go first, and you put in the infant gauze with the plastic. All right. Then the whole family gonna do their test, right? And then you come back to do this infant. Because then you're gonna have two chances for the toddler. The toddler gonna sit soon as the family arrives. You're gonna try the toddler to pee right there before the whole family get tested. And afterwards, you have a second chance to test that toddler, make that toddler sit down when you're doing the infant, because by this time the infant should pee anyways. Okay? All right, make sure to tell the parents to give lots of water to that infant and that toddler as well. All right. There are a few things that might interfere on the test, so people cannot have beads 2 days before. They cannot have any very strong color. You have to check online, because some countries have different fruits. But far as I know, it is beets, berries, and fava beans. They change the color of the urine. So make sure you tell them, the information you're going to give them and explain everything. Make sure no one going to have those things for 2 or 4 days. So, the color won't have any changes. All right. Okay, so that's it. For infants and toddlers, already explained. Now I'm going to tell you a few things for adults. Older children, teens, adults, and elders, okay? These procedures for all infants, newborns, until 3 years old and almost 12 months. If they did not turn 4 years old yet, that's how you're gonna do it. The chair and the gauze for the little ones that still use diapers. That age can change. Okay, so for 4 to 8 years old or so, depending on the country, because some kids are already very tall and some are not. So what you're going to do for 4 to 8, maybe until 10 years old, if the male basin that you're using, if you have one, is too tall, they can go to the regular toilet, okay? All right, the door is going to be open. Find a way to leave these doors already always open. You're going to be behind them, have 4 couples for the males. 2 couples for the male bathroom and 2 couples for the female. So it'll be easy to be checking everyone. They go inside. The males is easy because they're going to be backwards. So you're checking and make sure they won't get that water from the toilet to add to their urine. Okay? So they put there, they close, they already give to you. You have a tray, so you won't get your hands, so you get a tray, get the whole family that they already wrote the name, the person that have the pen and the clipboard, they don't have to disinfect their hands all the time. Already wrote their names on each container. Make sure you give to the right person, okay? Get the fingerprint. Always to finger on the side of that sticker. Okay, even before they go to the bathroom. Okay, so you're sure you see their height. Make sure if their height doesn't match, you ask, are they adopted or not? Okay, because might be they might have adopted child and that their height doesn't match their age. Always put the age on that label and put the stamp. I forgot to tell you, but for the infants and toddlers, always get their also their fingerprint on these tests. Okay, 2 fingers, the indicator, the middle finger, together on the side of their names and age. Okay, all right. So basically is that if you have a male basin you use, if you don't, you just go to this common bathroom, do the whole family. If you have 4 bathrooms there, you already use 4 of them. And if you have the handicap, many countries have the handicap, so on that place, the father can go and help the little ones, all right? And you're checking. On the male will be checking. On females, the female is going to be checking, closer when they're helping their little children, okay? So you're sure the samples are right and they never get that water from the toilet. From the females, the same ways. All doors going to be open at all times. It is a common bathroom, right? It's a common bathroom. So you can put a tape on those doors, but all these testing days, this bathroom is going to be used only for testing. The floors are always disinfected in the morning, lunchtime, end of the day. The floor needs to be really 100%. Nobody going to put there, but needs to be properly disinfected with pure vinegar, okay? Or a little bit of bleach after washing. In the last water, you already wash, already rinse the floor, scoop with that mops that have the rubber, okay? Scoop all the water. The last water you put and leave it there, put the fan on in the morning, it's all dry, okay? So you don't need too much bleach, but you're sure gonna be 100% clean. And all these toilets gonna be disinfected after each use, because some countries, they have a lot of diseases, that people can have blisters on their legs and things, okay? All right. I'm gonna explain a few details, skin problems afterwards. All right, so all the males have the bathroom doors open, all the females have the bathroom door open, okay? It's a spouse, couples watching. So males watch males, females watch females, right? And the spouse of each gonna have the clipboard and those dry containers getting their fingerprint and results. Okay, done. Now, when families arrive, they just come and sign in, right? They sign in. So you're gonna have 10 pans and 2 containers. Now it's for skin procedures to make sure we don't pass germs from one family to another. So you have 10 or even 20 pans, clean, disinfecting, rubbing alcohol. So you're going to have 2 strong cups, plastic cups, 2 very strong cups, plastic, not glass, not porcelain that can be broken if someone gets mad for any reason. It's plastic. All right, so one gonna be written clean, and you can put a tape all around that tag. All right, or use a sticker won't rub because you have to clean those 2 plastic cups all the time. Put a transparent tape on the top of this word you can write in a piece of paper. All right, and then you have the container that is dirty pans, used. The word is used pans. Use pans, and the other one says clean pans. When they arrive, they're going to be watching that video. All clinics, it's mandatory. If you are a university, get one of the screens you have there and put at this location. That's going to be a waiting room. Your waiting room, because you're going to do tests for a long time, I'm telling you. During these 28 weeks, people need to go back and do it again and do it again. All right? Okay, so you're doing that at universities, right? Okay. And the first family is going to be great because our families that already submit all their paperwork, they're doing this to be what? To be one of the 10 department directors. But it's good because along the way you can practice for other families that really have health problems. And we have to help them as well, right? Okay, so they sign in. It's a clock at the wall, that is made out with batteries or already connected to solar panels, whichever is your reality, in the beginning of the 28 weeks or the end of these 28 weeks. Okay, all right, or even after. They have to sign in and sign out in paper each time. Okay, it's not to be using those stickers, like in the United States, they use stickers and glue on the side. They use stickers, no. The person keep checking names, checking who arrived, that family. Okay, all right. Okay, so check the names, write inside, put on a computer. Everything gonna be in paper, right? So this is office procedures. So everything paper, right? One family after another. And how many? So just the father, the mother sign in. How many total family members on the side and time? Father, mother sign in. They write their name and sign. Write their name and sign. And total number of family members, and on the side time. Okay? Total family members, and here on the side the time, arrival time, and then when they leave, they also sign another form in another table that sign out what time they're leaving. So we are sure, no. On the same form, they're gonna put time in and a line time out, because we will have the same paper. Because if any case we have to check for something, we know what time they came in, what time they came out on the same piece of paper. All right, the secretary gonna put the information they need online. Okay, so each family can have another separate piece of paper with all details. First, last name for everyone, date of birth for everyone, okay, and age for everyone. That's different, they turn in. So you're gonna have some clipboards, plastic clipboards for those families as well. It's just one piece of paper for the drug test and all the other tests, the blood test that can be done the same day in another location. All right, so you have that piece of paper ready, right? They sign in, okay. And then they can have different waiting areas, as I already explained. One right there by the bathroom, and one right there at the welcome room, let's say. Okay, so you have these 2 rooms. So you have those 10 pens, 10 maximum, maybe 4. I think 4 is enough because you won't lose. All right, and then you disinfect them, dirty, clean. I think it's good. It's important. Okay, just 4 I think is enough. You keep looking and rubbing alcohol. And yeah, 4 is too little. Let's put 10. 10 blue pens. 10 blue pens. Okay, someone gonna be checking, and on the instruction, they already will have the instruction. If you don't see a clean pen on a plastic container, please ask the office personnel for, you already have inside other clean ones. You take them out, put them clean one in. Okay, so this is ready. You need to have all the cameras in all locations, from the main entrance of this university, right? And then the places where these families walk until this place. All right. Now, for the male and female, they have to put their pants all the way down. Everyone. I didn't explain, sorry. So we are going back a little bit to the bathroom explanation. So they have to come only in shorts. I think short is the most reasonable. Shorts only. Okay? Because you can already check their legs to see if any skin problem. Okay, so no pants. Shorts only. For girls, for infants, for everyone. You can check their legs. It's not too cold anywhere. We're gonna be fine. All right, so they have to put everything all the way down, right? To make sure they don't have any plastic bag with urine from someone else on their pocket. And then you see their both free hands. Everything is down. They're looking you sideways so they don't see their genitals forward. They're males for males, females for females, but still, they're gonna look you sideways. You give them the container, right, according to the person. All right, so they're gonna sit in there and have do the pee inside the cup. And then that mother gonna help the little ones on this. Usually they have the handicap bathroom. If you do not have handicap bathroom at this university, use one of the regular ones, okay? You have to be with them all the time. If you need an extra set of couples, have an extra set of couples. The males sit by the door, helping with coming in, going out, and females watch females, males watch females. Males watch males, females watch females, okay? So you're sure, you're always 100% sure, no one took that little bag, all right? Okay, so, and you have camera, one camera for each bathroom. We're gonna have that anyways. On the future will be used for students, right? So during the 28 weeks, make sure this bathroom, it's already used until everyone, that will be coming, do those urine tests for all those months. So students won't be using them. Okay, so you're sure they're clean, nobody hid anything behind. So when you're opening, before the first family come, you're gonna look behind the toilets, under the cabinets, under the sink. Make sure no one hid any little plastic with some urine in there. Maybe the cleaning personnel or whichever it is. You're gonna inspect everything with mirrors and look the corners under the sink, under the cabinets. You cannot have drawers on those cabinets. If you have any drawer, you have to take them out because the drawers have that little space, so you don't want anything to be hidden there. Yeah, so you will have, this is an improvement. You will have 2 couples for each bathroom. So everyone gonna be checking each other work because we need this test to be 100% correct. Okay, so you have 2 couples for each bathroom. All right, so you check them out. So when everyone put their pants down, they look sides, they get the container, and they do it. The males can stand up. The males can stand up. Yes, the males can stand up. The females have to sit down, okay? and the children, the younger children, stand up. Yes, their parents help them. Males help males, females help females. Okay. The mothers and fathers gonna help the young children. Okay. Depend on their age and their ability, right? And you're gonna get an improvement because this first family is gonna be the best families you have, right? And you're gonna get used for details afterwards. All right, so you're good, you get those pens, you get those forms. I think the best, every family gonna have their own paper. So here's an improvement for the office. Instead of, each family sign after another, so we are going to do a little different. That paper, the family gonna complete that paper for everything. It's just a basic sentence on a top. We authorize our whole family to take this urine test. If they're doing the blood test on the same day, they're gonna fill up another form. We authorize our whole family to take a complete blood test. Done. So they sign, they put the day in, the time out, and so each family gonna have their own paper, and the office person gonna write down the time in front of the patients. I think that's the best. So no one, if they have any problem, their arm, gonna be using paper that someone else used. All right. So the parents gonna clearly write their names and sign. You do not do this for anyone single. Not doing singles. We are only doing complete families. All right. You take that paper, you take that clipboard, and you take that page and put it there while you're processing that paper. Okay, the next family gonna get a complete clean paper. I think that's the best. All right. Okay, you're gonna make your own form with these instructions I just gave you. We authorize, they date, sign, and write their names clearly, sign and date, the father and the mother. And they are doing for the whole family, gonna just put their names. So you have already there, let's say 16 places for name, signature. So the whole family gonna be writing their name, sign, write their name, sign, and date. Write their name, sign, and date, including children, teens, elders. All right? So up to 3 years old, they don't write their name. 4 years old and older, they write their names. The mother can write really softly in blue, and if the children don't know how to write, or you can help them. Even for people that on the future gonna have people that don't know how to read and write, they have to do those forms on the future, will be them, right? So what you're gonna do? You just write very gently with the blue pen, very transparent pen, the big pen I showed you. So you write the name of that child really clearly, and then, or that adult that doesn't know how to read or write, or someone from the family can do for them. All right, they write, and that 4 years old write on the top strongly. Okay? All right, done. And so you take the dirty pen all the time, don't leave it there, right? I think that's also a good thing. If you saw 1 or 2, take out. 1 or 2, take out. Every time you're gonna sanitize your hand, before you sanitize, you already take the dirty pens. Don't leave dirty pens there. Make sure those 2 pots are always the clean, have 2 or 4 pens, and the dirty ones, always take them out. All right, you as the office person, always gonna sanitize, or after each family. It depends how the family look, because for now, as I said, you're gonna have the best families, but on the future, people might have skin problems and so on. Okay? All right. So we're doing really great. Basically, that's the procedure. At the end, you don't give this form to them anymore to sign out. You, the office person, with your spouse or someone else at the office, gonna put the time out. What time that family is leaving, because as I said, if we have to check any cameras, we have the time in and time out. Why? Because you don't want, if that form is dirty, they'll just wash their hands, they're leaving the area, okay? They're gonna go to other places now, do other things. You know, the blood test, whichever they have to do, but they're not staying, or the skin test, right? But they're not staying that area anymore, okay? All right, doing great. So you say bye to them, put their sign out, time out, and done. Okay? Do a good smile, say bye, wish them an awesome day, and done. Okay, so basically it's that. Okay, my friends, you're doing really great. Make sure you check the website every day before you start your work at those offices. Never have too many forms printed because you have 24 hours. No, sorry, not 24 hours. Yes, 24 hours to start implementing the new forms. So always just print a little bit for these two forms, you know, the form itself, that is the result, and the sign-in authorization form that I just told you the words how to do it, you're going to do just a few copies for that day. You know, when you arrive 20 minutes before you start receiving those families, you can print the form. If we already have it, our website, you're already going to print the new forms for that new day. You can use an old one because, no, you cannot use old ones. Because if you have 4 or 10 already printed, you just use as scrap paper. All right? Okay, so as soon every morning you have to arrive, and the families can only come like 10 or 20 minutes before. You're going to print the ones that's available. If we don't have ours yet at our website, you're going to do your own. Okay, my friends, so we're doing really great, and we'll see you soon.